Recent variants of the Galaxy S2 phone come equipped with an NFC chip. NFC, or near-field communication, is the exchange of short-range radio transmissions between two devices in close proximity, typically a couple of inches. Unlike Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, or DLNA, which require devices to pair together in a setup procedure before they start interacting, devices and objects communicating through NFC do not require a preliminary setup step. They are permanently available to their peers. And though this feature may bring some convenience at times, you may still wonder how can NFC seriously benefit your phone, especially when it's very limited in range and implicitly slower than other communication forms your phone is capable of. The answer lies in the fact that NFC will let your phone communicate not only with sophisticated devices and media appliances, but also with objects that are more inanimate and passive in nature, such as electronic ID cards and badges, posters with embedded information, and shelf products with electronic labels. Imagine being at a certain location which has a Facebook page you'd like to leave your impression on. Approaching a poster that presents a designated Facebook tag, you would tap your phone to it and be immediately taken to the page, which you may then like, become a fan of, or comment on right away. A similar scenario is the one of Yelp. Yelp.com is a social network where customers review and rate vendors. So to review a store you're at, you would simply tap your phone to a nearby Yelp tag and be instantly taken to the relevant page on Yelp.com. In a library or a coffee shop, wishing to connect to the local Wi-Fi network, you would approach a dedicated plaque and tap your phone to the Wi-Fi tag it bears. This will place the passcode and all relevant network settings onto your device, swiftly connecting the phone to the network without requiring you to do it manually. Looking a bit further into the future, your phone will also be capable of locking and unlocking the doors of your car and home, and even start your car's engine. Your phone can achieve all this by communicating with delicate electronic tags that are embedded in the mentioned objects. Those tags are known as radio frequency identification tags, and they are practically digital chips that are capable of transmitting and receiving short-range radio signals. They are called so because they were initially intended for use in electronic identification procedures, and there's nothing new about them. They've been around for years in warehouses, production lines, and major retail stores, where to this day they facilitate processes of production, inventory tracking, calculations of shopping cart contents, and last but not least, theft prevention. Now, your phone can also scan RFID tags, since NFC, which is the underlying technology that enables it, is itself based on the RFID specification. Given this, it is also likely that when you'd walk into a supermarket in the near future and scan a product's RFID tag using your phone, you'll be instantaneously exposed to a variety of related information from the internet, which may very typically include promotions and customer reviews, among other things. A feature that really takes your phone's functionality a step further is the ability to emulate RFID tags. This presents your phone to other NFC devices as an RFID tag which they can scan. You can also choose to transmit your emulated tags over to them. So, when two NFC-capable phones meet, they can share information by creating and exchanging virtual RFID tags. This may prove very convenient at times, because unlike Bluetooth, Wi-Fi Direct, or DLNA, NFC does not require the devices utilizing it to be logically paired and configured prior to the sharing of data. At present, the tags you may create to share are of personal contacts, web page addresses, and text notes. In the near future, additional data types will become available. We'll cover the creation and exchange of virtual RFID tags between phones in the next video. There are some devices that utilize RFID emulation in a silent way, which leads us to the next useful implementation of the NFC technology: NFC payments. Certain restaurants already offer their customers the option to pay with their NFC-capable phones. All a customer needs to do is tap his phone to the local NFC payment terminal. The payment will be processed, and a receipt will shortly follow. Now, going into the payment application on his phone, which in this case is Google Wallet, the customer is also able to check the status of his new balance. From a technical perspective, what occurs under the hood during a transaction as such is that both the payment terminal and the customer's phone create a series of virtual RFID tags which they exchange between themselves. Those virtual RFID tags contain order and payment details that, when mutually verified and cleared, commit the transaction. Visa, MasterCard, Google, and even major cellular carriers already offer NFC-based credit cards and electronic wallets, while retailers are gradually incorporating the technology and offering their customers the option to pay with their NFC-capable phones. As adoption of NFC technology spreads further, you may encounter similar terminals in petrol, bus, metro, and train stations, and even small retail stores eventually. NFC credit cards and electronic wallets are significantly more secure than traditional credit cards. In an NFC payment scenario, the transaction takes place directly between the customer and the payment infrastructure that serves the vendor, so employees don't have access to the customer's credit card information. During an NFC transaction, the buyer is also required to enter a PIN number, so even if your phone is stolen, the thief will not be able to purchase anything with it, being short of your PIN number. NFC credit cards are also very difficult to duplicate, and if you are concerned of the possibility a hacker may eavesdrop on your phone's communication during a transaction, you should know that your phone can encrypt its NFC communications if accommodated by the payment terminal as well. By the end of 2011, there were already 40 million wireless devices capable of NFC. By 2014, half the wireless devices will support the technology. NFC represents a major leap towards a truly immersive mobile experience.